the Community Service Awards provided to be one of the many highlights of the day. Find out on News 22.
Good evening and welcome to News 22. I'm Carmen Chow.
And I'm Michelle Dracy. It has been 10 years since a horrible day in Columbine, Colorado. April 20th was the 10th anniversary of the Columbine shootings. 14 students and 1 teacher were killed that afternoon. The 2 shooters entered the library, the cafeteria, and then the library again that day, killing 14 people, then themselves. On Monday, survivors and family members gathered for memorials at the Native Colorado Stone Monument. Colorado Governor Bill Ritter ordered flags to fly at half-staff Monday, and there was a formal commemoration Monday at the Clement Park Amphitheater.
Obama's spokesman said Tuesday that the Obama administration will meet with key Middle East leaders to discuss the peace process in the region. He will meet with the Egyptian president, Israeli prime minister, Palestinian Authority minister, and Jordan's king. The administration will not meet with Hamas, which is considered a terrorist organization.
On Wednesday, in the spirit of Earth Day, Obama revealed a plan to lease federal water to harness wind and water currents for generating energy. This is part of Obama's energy plan to encourage the development of alternate fuel sources, cuts dependent on foreign oil, addresses climate change, and creates new jobs.
The suspected pirate who was arrested of the hijacking of the mayor's Alabama arrived in New York City late Monday night. On Tuesday, a federal judge ruled that the suspected pirate will be charged as an adult. The suspect's identity is being withheld since he is only 15 years old.
Earth, what's not to love about our amazing planet? Yesterday was officially Earth Day. Every year it is celebrated on April 22nd and is designed to inspire awareness and appreciation for the Earth's environment. It was founded by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson as an environmental teach-in in 1970 and is celebrated in many countries around the world. In spring of 1970, the senator addressed an issue concerning overpopulation and the stability of the environment. There were rising concerns about the environmental crisis, such as global warming, and aiming to push for clean energy. By responding to this widespread environmental degradation, the senator proposed an environmental education forum on the issue on April 22, 1970. Over 20 million people participated that year, and every Earth Day is now celebrated every year on the anniversary. The Eastern Outing Club helped Eastern celebrate this year. The club rented a rock wall, and students put their skills to the test. The rock wall was set up outside the Student Center.
This past Monday, Stephen Hawking, the British mathematician and physicist famed for his work on black holes, was rushed to the hospital due to a serious illness known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Sources say Hawking experienced multiple chest infections and is currently undergoing tests. Hawking was involved in the search for the great goal of physics, a unified theory, which will resolve contradictions between Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. Hawking will currently remain overnight in the hospital for a couple of weeks until he will show improvement.
Community service is a big part on campus, and on Wednesday, people got rewarded for their community service. Sarah Brown has more.
Now that community service is optional here at Eastern, many assumed that students wouldn't be volunteering as much this year, and boy were they wrong. We stopped by to get the scoop. Many arrived to the awards excited and looking forward to see who received what award. The awards involved a spotlight on the rugby team, the 3-mile run, and coordinating blood drives, just to name a few. It was celebrating ordinary people for doing extraordinary things. We talked to Julia Kappa and Martin Sagendorf on how they felt on this year's first Community Service Awards.
It's very exciting. We're being recognized as a legitimate office on campus. We used to kind of be lumped in with housing because of the housing requirement, but now we are seen as, a separate office, and all of our hard work in the past couple of years is being recognized. It is optional, and there has been a decrease in the number of hours, but they're very quality hours that we have now. We have people that love to volunteer, that come back repeatedly, every week, and I think that, quantity has gone down, but the quality is way better. This is our last big project of the semester. Last weekend we had Town Pride Town-wide, which is the town cleanup day. That's the big event. Now it's just winding down. We still have our weekly activities at the after-school program, at the No Freeze Hospitality Center, and at McSweeney. But it's going to be quiet, and I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, we're really excited to have the first ever Community Service Award ceremony today, April 22nd. This is an opportunity to take where the office is. It's been an established piece of the university for quite some time now, and it's really become even more well known, and I think our incoming freshman class this year have been really excited to get involved with the community and everyone before as well. So this is an opportunity to finally to recognize all the student work, and I've learned every day that about all the students that we have volunteering. We have volunteer firemen, Big Brother Big Sister students, and we don't even know about a lot of them, and even student activities with all the clubs that volunteer don't know about a lot of it. So I think there's probably just about half or more, probably almost all of our students are active in the community, and that's something we're really proud of, and we're excited about the opportunity to finally get to recognize them.
Hopefully in the future, more people can get involved with the community and campus for a more brighter, caring future. For News 22, I'm Sierra Brown.
Make community service part of your life. Make a difference in someone else's life.
In the next few weeks, as graduation day gets closer, Eastern seniors will be facing a very tough economy. Companies across the country have had massive layoffs in all fields of work. Over the next year, graduating seniors may have a difficult time finding their ideal job fresh out of school. Whether you are a graduating senior or simply a student, over the next year or so, all students are encouraged to save money as the economy picks back up. The cost of living has only increased over the last decade and will continue to rise. Sharing energy can be a money-saving tool. Students can split rent checks, share living spaces, and even carpool while the economy patches itself back together. Good luck, seniors, and go open up a savings account.
All you Mac owners, do you think your Mac is immune to viruses? That may be changing as Mac computers are becoming more popular. More and more viruses are being programmed to affect Mac computers. The Mac computer has been able to hide from other viruses because it wasn't as well known. But the Mac computer is very popular nowadays. The Trojan virus iBotNet has already infected some Mac computers, and more viruses are sure to follow. Make sure to keep your antivirus software up to date.
We've all heard about the surprising performance by Susan Boyle on Britain's Got Talent, but it seems as though she might have a little competition. This past Saturday, a 12-year-old boy, Shaheen Jafar Gholi, blew away the judges with his performance of Michael Jackson's song, Who's Loving You? The boy from Mount Pleasant, Swansea, sang a rich gospel-inflected version of the song. Many Americans are wondering how long it will take for this unexpectedly exciting show to be broadcasted over here.
News 22 will return with this week's editorial after this short break.
It may seem intimidating, but really, it's one of the easiest things you can ever do. I've been practicing.
Good. You're gonna need it.
Help America's youth. Be a friend. Be a mentor. Just be there.
Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. What if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Listen up, Energy Hogs. We got a real porker of a house here. Get in there and waste some energy.
There's no insulation, boss. It's hot heavy.
With you windows, too. This is gonna be a breeze. Perfect. Go wild and waste some wattage.
Time to tan.
All this hot water for just one pair of pants. My kind of place.
This thing's so old it's gonna take me hours to get dry.
Keep wasting. They'll never know what hit them till they're the energy bill.
Boss, they're home! You've got the power to get rid of Energy Hogs. You can help your parents add insulation, put in Energy Star appliances, and lots of other things to make your home hog-free. Find out how at energyhog.org and play fun games, too.
Oh, retreat! Retreat!
Go to energyhog.org and get the Energy Hogs out of your home.
back with Kyle Charles in this week's editorial.
Thanks, ladies. Now, I've had enough with the complaining about songs that get overplayed on the radio. I mean, in all seriousness, can you really blame the DJs for doing their job? I mean, what I don't think people realize is that these songs aren't randomly selected for stations to purposely go out of their way to annoy you. In fact, American Top 40 is determined by the number of top-selling singles that Billboard magazine collects, and then they shoot that data to every programming manager in the United States. Gives new meaning to the phrase, put your money where your mouth is. Now, listeners, they were asking for it when they demanded that songs be sold as singles on iTunes. And for you people out there who continue to steal music, you're not helping the situation because the music industry won't keep track of what you download unless they're trying to catch you for piracy. Now, we live in a country where majority rules and you get what you pay for. So if everyone's buying Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas, that's what they're going to hear. Now, I love American Top 40. I tune in every Sunday from 8 a.m. till noon, anxiously waiting to hear what songs are being counted down. I mean, most of the music featured, it isn't half bad. I mean, you have to admit, Right Round by Flo Rida, yeah, I know it's kind of an 80s ripoff, but it's pretty catchy, you know. These songs may not be classics, but who can honestly forget them when they're being played over and over for weeks at a time? Now, if you're totally disinterested by what's out there, then do yourself a favor. Pick up the phone and request something you'd like to hear. Or an easier solution, just turn the radio off. Don't listen to it. But next time you're rocking out to Rihanna, or just grooving to Lady Gaga, or chilling with Coldplay, remember, you asked for it.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. How do you know him?
Come on, Donovan, do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah. Let's go!
Dude, what? Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt, that's the girl I was telling you about.
Oh, that's Sarah?
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends.
See you later, Sarah.
Even not so friendly people. Think before you post.
There's something you should know about me. I'm not easy to live with. In fact, I have a really ugly side. I don't always let you speak when you want. I can leave you feeling shaken and confused. And if you ignore me, I might lash out, leaving you dead. I am a stroke.
Learn to recognize a stroke and act quickly. Time lost is brain lost.
Have you ever Googled your name, only to get a million people with the same name and nothing to do with you? Google is now making it easier to Google your name. Google Profile allows users to build a page with features to identify yourself, as well as a short bio and links to a Facebook or a MySpace account. If you create a file, it will show up on the bottom of the first search page and jump to your web pages. Now you'll be able to Google yourself with ease.
And you thought 3,000 texts a month was bad? Two Pennsylvania friends sent a record of 217,000 texts between the two of them in the month of March. That is a record for number of texts between two people in a month.
Have you ever been chewing on a stick of gum and all of a sudden felt like a genius? Well, a study funded by Wrigley Science Institute found that chewing a stick of sugar-free gum can improve your intelligence. The students who chewed gum had a 3% increase in their standardized math tests and better final grades. Students who chewed gum have also required fewer breaks, paid better attention, and stayed quiet longer than those who did not. So next time you're studying for an exam, chew a piece of gum.
The debate team held a debate on April 20th in the Student Center Theater about the extremely controversial issue concerning Eastern being a wet or dry campus. Michelle Jarvis spoke to students and staff to see where they stood on this issue.
On Monday, students had a debate on whether Eastern should be a dry or wet campus. We asked students and staff what they thought about this topic.
I think it should just be a mixed campus. I think they should turn Noble into a wet 21 and older campus, part of campus, just so if you're over 21 and you want to drink, live down there. It's right next to Blarney's. It's right next to all the other bars. It's safer, so you don't have to drive anywhere.
I think Eastern should be a wet campus because it would just be a lot less people getting in trouble.
Yeah, I think Eastern should definitely be a dry campus, just because I've seen a lot of bad things happen to people using alcohol on campus. You know, I've had a very good friend of mine just recently go to the hospital with he had a 0.4 blood alcohol content, that's pretty bad, you know, and that was from drinking on campus. So, I mean, I think definitely that if there was to ever be, like, you know, a choice between the two, which right now we're dry, but if we could stay dry, I think that would be probably the best bet for everyone and safer. So,
I think Eastern should be a wet campus because a lot more people will stay on the weekends and it'll be a lot more fun, and Eastern will get money that way.
I definitely think Eastern should be a wet campus. I mean, that way we don't have to go off campus to go to a bar and then walk through the streets of Willimantic to get back to our dorm room. If we have, even if designated dorms are a wet campus, then that's fine. I think that would be a lot better than having a dry campus and then having to walk through Willimantic to get back here. So.
I guess I would prefer to see it stay dry. Not that I have anything against alcohol for people who are of the right age, but I just think it kind of makes it a safer place.
I feel Eastern should be a wet campus mainly because it's too dangerous. Kids walking down the streets. There's been a lot of muggings lately. If they even put a bar on campus, they could make a lot of money off of it, which with this economic crisis, that'd be helpful.
I think Eastern should be partly wet and dry. Wet because you can probably designate a hall that 21-year-olds can just be in, and then also you can have partly dry, mostly freshman halls. That way you don't have to worry about underclassmen drinking. So,
Although many students feel that Eastern should be a wet campus, it will remain a dry campus for now. Reporting from the Student Center, I'm Michelle Jarvis for News 22.
Regardless of your age, drinking on Eastern's campus is completely prohibited. If you choose to drink off campus, remember to always be responsible and never drink and drive.
Have your parents ever threatened to tape your mouth shut? Well, one judge actually ordered a defendant's mouth shut after he was being disruptive and wouldn't stop his destructive behavior. The defendant was being charged with a felony count of theft in Idaho.
Are the GMAT stressing you out? Go attend the GMAT test and workshop in the Student Center Room 223 on April 27th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It is hosted by Kaplan Test Prep. You must pre-register for the workshop. Visit www.captest.com to register.
Fish are friends, not food. Next Sunday at 8 o'clock in Noble Hall, residents will be giving Tiny Fish stylish new homes. Residents will learn about the enjoyment and health or psychological benefits of pet ownership, as well as the responsibilities that come with it. They will then have the chance to spend some time with their new pet, as well as gaining experience in taking care of their pet. Only 10 to 12 residents will be allowed to sign up prior to the event, and all residents are welcome to attend. The event will take place in the ground floor lounge of Noble Hall, so don't forget to check out this great opportunity.
Are you in the mood for some classical music? The Willimantic Orchestra will be performing in Schaefer Hall next Sunday from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The concert will feature the ECSU Concert Chorale and Vaughan Williams' 5 mystical songs conducted by ECSU professor Dr. David Bells and Mozart's Flute Concerto in G performed by Wyndham Regional Arts Council competition winner Lydia Selikov. Other pieces will be performed, such as Beethoven's King Stephen Overture and Rimsky-Korsakov's Capriccio e Spangle. Admission will be free, but donations are accepted.
Mondays are often the busiest and most stressful days of the week, but CAB has been putting on relaxing and entertaining coffeehouses every other Monday to help relieve students of some stress. Tiffany Lloyd takes us to the stage.
Here at Eastern, CAB hosts a coffee house where students can come to relax and enjoy time away from their studies. Here at the coffee house, students, faculty, and staff were offered free coffee and snacks as they enjoyed the performances of Albie Cook and Jared Mahone. Albie Cook performed her song from her latest album live at Blind Bob's. Jared Mahone and his crew performed songs from their album, The City Escape, which is described as a pop, neo, soul, and funk album. Don't let the funk fool you. Audience members were able to relax and enjoy the different musical performances here at the Student Center. We talked to Chris Loveland to see how he felt about this evening's performances.
Definitely the coffee house provided a good, chill atmosphere for Monday nights and stuff like that. So definitely a good turnout for this Monday.
We spoke with the performer himself, Jared Mahone, to see how he felt about Eastern and the coffee house.
To get the chance to convey what those words are and what the songs are about, it only really happens in like a coffee house kind of setting, so tonight was very cool for me.
The serene atmosphere provided the perfect setting for conversation, studying, and enjoying Eastern as a whole. Not only were audience members able to leave with relaxing spirits, they were also offered the opportunity to purchase their album. Inside the Student Center, this is Tiffany Lloyd reporting for News 22.
You can check out Jared Mahone and his crew on MySpace and listen to their new songs.
It's that time of the year again, Eastern. You have all seen the large tours of freshmen parading around campus. On Sunday, April 26, Eastern will be hosting its annual Eastern Palooza for incoming freshmen and new students. The day will provide these newcomers the chance to see the college and experience a little bit of campus life. From noon to 4 p.m., a picnic will be located on Hurley Lawn, and the annual Battle of the Bands will be providing live music. So get ready to welcome these new students and have some fun.
On Tuesday night, the 180 Christian Fellowship brought artist Megan North to Eastern's campus. The Student Center Cafe was filled with the sound of acoustic guitar and thoughtful lyrics. Students enjoyed the free show and snacks while listening to the singer-songwriter perform an unplugged set of her own music.
Why cram when you can have a study plan? Next Monday from 9 to 10 in high-rise apartments in room 623, residents will be given studying tips and information regarding better snacks and habits to use while preparing for an exam, test, or just a quiz. The goal of this program is to help students comprehend and use the better ways to becoming successful with their academics. After the information session, snack packs will be handed out for residents to enjoy.
Last Thursday, students, friends, and family gathered to bid on not-so-common merchandise. News 22 reporter Devin Green got the goods.
We're here at Eastern Connecticut's Student Center Theater for Rent-A-Rugger, sponsored by Eastern's rugby team. This past Thursday, Eastern Connecticut's Rugby Club held its second annual Rent-A-Rugger event in the Student Center Theater. All the proceeds from the event go to the club. We interviewed Ryan Froelich, a senior on the Eastern rugby team.
Rent-A-Rugger's been going on in rugby clubs for a while now. It's a good fundraiser. It's pretty much universal. People just do it and raise money for their club. What do you mean?
From the Student Center Theater, I'm Devin Green for News 22.
Make sure to check out the rugby game this Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Mansfield Sports Complex.
Was it the hall director in the common room? Join Crandall Hall for a murder mystery dinner. Teams of 4 will have to figure out which one of the RAs committed murder along with their weapon of choice. Clues will be placed around the building for residents to find. Teams will also have the opportunity to interrogate each of the 4 RAs. Campus police will be asked to participate in the reenactment of the crime, from chalking a crime scene to teaching residents about fingerprinting with a demo. First team to figure out the murderer and murder weapon gets 4 movie tickets to Mansfield Movieplex. Assorted themed foods and soda will be served.
Spring is here, and it is time to enjoy the warm weather. On Saturday, April 25th, CAB will be sponsoring a whale watch. The cost is only $10 for students and $15 for guests. The bus will be leaving at 9 a.m. for a day of fun on the waters of Cape Ann. Make sure you get your tickets soon before it's too late.
Do you want to stay classy, Eastern? Anchorman will be shown in the Student Center Theater from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the Student Center on April 28th. The movie stars Will Ferrell as an anchor on a San Diego news station who gets the first female anchor.
We'll be back with sports after this short break.
grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Jess, I don't know what to do.
What's wrong? I thought today was the night. What happened?
I know it's supposed to be, but he doesn't have a condom. He said he doesn't have any money. He spent it all at the bar.
Well, don't go through with it if he doesn't have a condom.
I know, but he really wants it.
Oh, I know. I heard the other day that Health Services gives away free condoms.
Free condoms?
Free condoms!
Whoa! Did I just hear you guys say free condoms?
Free condoms! Health Services not only takes care of you when you're sick, but helps you stay healthy. They provide free information, services, and free condoms. They have male and female condoms and are there for any questions you have. Stop by Health Services for any questions or concerns. Remember, Eastern, stay safe.
And we're back with this week's sports update. On Friday, April 17th, the men's baseball team belted out 3 home runs on their way to beating their rival, UMass Dartmouth, in an 18-1 massacre. 2 of the blasts came off of senior All-Americans Sean Gilblair and Tristan Hobbs, while the third was off the bat of sophomore sensation Jim Scholl. Danbury's Melvin Castillo had a notable day with 3 hits and 3 runs scored for the Warriors. After 2 come-from-behind victories on Saturday against LEC rival Keene State, the Eastern Warriors secured a record of 24-6. Eastern is now ranked 2nd behind the University of Southern Maine in the Little East Conference and ranked 10th nationally among Division III schools. Eastern's softball team completed a 2-game sweep of the University of Southern Maine on Saturday, while freshman phenom Molly Rathburn struck out 15, while junior Ashley Sullivan had 4 hits and 4 RBIs in the Little East matchup. Eastern is now ranked 2nd behind Rhode Island College in the Little East and 2nd in New England with a record of 20-6. Rathburn has gained recognition for both her offensive and defensive skills. She is ranked among the national leaders in hits per game and for pitching with her earned run average and strikeout rate. The women's track team had 6 competitors set personal records on Saturday in Springfield for the last meet before the Little East Championships. The meet was a Springfield College Invitational, and Eastern placed 6th in a field of 12, while freshman standout Sarah Joy set personal best in the 100-meter hurdles and the 200-meter dash. Joy's time of 17.4 seconds in the 100 hurdles qualified her for next month's New England Division III Championships. The men's track and field team were also successful at the Springfield College Invite when 14 of their competitors set personal best. Nick Pates and Andrew Ricketts qualified for the New England Division III Championships. Both are freshmen and both qualified in the 100 meters, with Pates also qualifying in the 200 meters. The Eastern Connecticut State University men's lacrosse team broke open a tight game by scoring 5 straight goals on the way to a 21-10 Little East Conference victory over 2008 champion Western Connecticut State University. That clinched the #1 seed for the Warriors in the upcoming conference playoffs. With this win, Eastern can clinch its 7th unbeaten outright conference championship in 9 seasons Saturday with a win over Salem State College. Junior midfielder Taylor McDonald collected a career-high 10 ground balls and equaled her career high by causing 5 turnovers as the Eastern Connecticut State University women's lacrosse team moved to within a win of locking up the top seed in this month's Little East Conference playoffs with a 15-6 record victory over the University of Southern Maine Saturday afternoon. The Warriors are 11-0 all-time against Southern Maine, including last year's 17-10 LEC playoff title match triumph. On Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Mansfield Sports Complex, Eastern's hardest-hitting club, the rugby team, will be hosting its arch-rival Central Connecticut for its last home game of the season. Be sure to show up and support our Ruggers. Well, that's it for sports. I'm TJ Snupkowski for News 22.
That's our show for tonight. I'm Carmen Chow.
And I'm Michelle Dracy. And remember, if you're attending UConn Spring Weekend, always be safe and responsible.